What's up? We're live.
What's going on, bro?
Not much, man.
Live.
What's up, man?
Not much, man. Enjoying life, drinking a nice cup of Joe.
That's great.
What's up with that?
With what?
Is that an inside story that we should tell?
What are you talking about? I'm the Godfather. That's why I'm talking like this.
I thought you were doing the raffle voice.
Yeah, no, I'm the Godfather, man.
Nice.
Yeah,
Cool, man.
Godfather.
I like to see the shirt. You know?
Can you
Could
see
stand
it?
up a little bit? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
The Godfather shirt. Yeah, the Godfather to my daughter, Liana Lise.
I'm also the uncle, but it's a privilege to be the Godfather.
Yes. Uncle, Godfather. The man, the myth, the legend.
Oh, that's what it says? Yeah. It's a privilege, man.
A lot of stories there.
Yeah. A lot of stories. yeah.
Definitely.
So what's up, man? What's new? Nothing? Same old, same old?
Yeah, same old, same old. Just going through the motions, man, you know?
Yeah.
Still got the time off of work, so
Yeah.
just chilling at home.
Yeah.
Trying to stay busy. New vlog episode just came out yesterday. At
Oh, I
7.
haven't watched it yet.
It's pretty cool. I've been trying to do them not too long, not too short.
Yeah.
Maybe like 6-7 minutes.
That's not bad.
Did some cool stuff with slow motion yesterday with the videos just to test it out.
Yeah.
Looks cool, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Just slowing it down or
Would
whatever.
you slow down?
It was just me bumping with the beat, like doing like a slow motion, like
Oh, yeah.
it's fire.
I think I saw you slow down like a coffee one time, like the coffee pour.
Yeah,
I was
Yeah.
like, dude, is this a Dunkin's commercial?
yeah. I it's called speed ramp. So I speed ramped it, and then it goes fast and then it slows it down. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool effect.
Rachel watches them and she's like, your brother's always like, he loves his coffee. And I'm like, yeah.
I mean, I do love my coffee now, and it's actually mom got me into coffee. She did me. She made me an iced coffee. She's
Yeah.
like, try this. You have to try this, or
Yeah.
else, if you don't try it, you know, if you try it and you like it, then you like coffee. If you don't, then you don't. Because I
Yep.
make it the best. And I was like, all right, let's try it.
Mom always makes it the best, though.
And I tried it, and I was like, I'm hooked. I liked
Yeah.
it, you know. And then Uncle Carlos,
Oh,
always going to Dunkin's.
Before the basketball games
Yeah.
in the Mustang.
Let me get a
5.0.
hazelnut. Let me get a hazelnut 3 shirt.
And that dude was like, he was hooked on cocaine. Like, that Dunkin's was like coke for this dude.
Yeah. He knew where all the Dunkins were for sure.
Oh, man. It was just funny because he'd be wired for a long time. And then he'd be driving like a fast-ass car.
The Mustang, yeah. The
That's a
5.0.
bad combination right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Fun times though, huh? He be shifting gears with a coffee in his hand. Like,
Yeah, it's taking a sip.
I think that's what really got me into getting that car. When I had the Mustang, the 88 Mustang, the 5.0,
Yeah, I love that car.
was Uncle Carlos' car.
Yeah, I love that car.
The nice burgundy color he had, and I got the midnight black color.
It was like a gray, yep.
Yeah, like a dark gray black. Yeah,
That was a
it was
beautiful
fire,
car.
man.
You could hear that car coming down the street, like blocks away. And I was like, Admir's coming.
It's so beautiful though. Huh? Just the muscle.
And then driving in it, you couldn't hear the stereo at all. It was
Nothing.
like,
The
Right.
little Sony speakers.
but it didn't matter because the way the car sounded was enough, you know?
Yeah, it was the experience, you know.
Yeah.
Well,
that car was an experience.
yeah. Yeah, I
love
had
that car.
minimal issues. You know, it was
Yeah.
an 88
Yeah.
for the time we had it, or I had it, and it was crazy, bro. Not so many repairs on it. You know, it was
Yeah.
pretty good. Just
Yeah.
one major repair, which was the transmission, but it was bound to happen the way I was driving it.
Plus, it was an 88 too, so that's
Yeah.
for a Ford, you
Yeah.
know?
And it was, I remember I went to the dealership with Mom and Adi, our
Yeah.
older brother.
Mhm.
And it was between that and a 1996 Honda Accord. You know,
Yeah, I would've got
a
the
nice
Mustang.
green one. And Mom was like, "Oh, get this! It's economical. You know,
Right.
it'll last you a lot longer.
And Adi was like,
It's a Honda. They last forever." And Adi just ate ate my mind up. He's like, you gotta get the Mustang.
How you gonna look with the girls and all that? You know, it's always
You gotta get the Mustang, bro. It's once in a lifetime.
yeah.
And I was like,
for
all
sure,
right,
for
we're
sure.
going with the Mustang. Put the 35. It cost me 3,500.
Oh wow, that's not bad.
That's not bad, you know.
Those
And I
cars are
was
going
like,
for
let's
like
go.
30 grand now.
And they delivered it to the house the next day.
Yeah.
The guy pulling up, he's like, you sure you want to buy this car? Because he was interested. I was like,
Yeah.
hell yeah, I want to buy it. This is my
Yeah.
car.
Nah, it was fast. That
He's
car
like,
was
all right, man. He left kind of like, man, like he wanted it.
Yeah. He probably did.
There was a few people that offered me money, though. When we lived in Mattapan,
Yeah.
a few people.
How
when
much
I
they offer
pulled
you?
up, like 4,000 or 5,000 off
On
the
the
rip.
spot?
Yeah. Yo, I'll buy it for you. I'm like, well, how much? For 5. I was like, nah, it's not for sale.
That car was so mint that the leather was like, it smelled new.
It smelled new. Yeah.
I was like, this car is a baby.
I mean, when I asked the owner of the dealership, like,
Yeah.
why you guys selling it? You know, he's like, well, it was from an elderly man that he just had it, and we don't need it because we have so many of them that we're
Yeah.
just selling it for that cheap.
Oh.
Nothing was wrong with the car. It had, regular mile. I think when I bought it, I had like a little bit over 100,000 miles on it.
Oh.
But for a Ford,
Yeah.
that's kind of a lot,
Yeah. But
It's not
I
a
mean,
Honda,
if the engine was redone or something, was it redone?
The engine
It
was
seemed like it was new.
the engine had all the
New
fixings.
parts.
The pistons,
Yeah, everything.
The exhaust, everything.
I remember when you pulled up and you popped the hood.
The
I was like,
headers
"Damn."
had nice headers. The exhaust system on the bottom was mint.
Yeah, this car was
Minimal rust, because those cars were old,
Yeah, it's full metal.
Yeah.
You could feel it, like,
Yeah.
and it was heavy too.
The doors were heavy.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that car was a dream, huh?
It was definitely an experience, man.
Okay, I remember.
It's got us in a lot of trouble, though,
Yeah, a lot of racing
A lot of racing.
with little Hondas. They would
With
try
little
to pull
Hondas.
up. You'd be like, whoa!
Yeah, just smoke them. Smoke them in like the first 2 gears. You're out.
Dude, that freaking car was a beast.
I love that car. If I could, I'd get another one.
Yeah, I remember driving with Adi. He test drove it like before he was gonna sell it or whatever. Remember?
Yeah.
Cause, well, anyway, you'll tell the story. But before all that happened, he's like, it still drives good, and he freaking, he torched that road, man, going down. It was like all you could hear was like the of the cars. I was like, oh shit. And then when it pulled, it would pull you.
Yeah, every shift.
Yeah, it made me feel like a bitch in that car. I was like,
Well, when you drove it, it didn't pull so much, because you're in control.
because
of it.
you don't know when it's gonna pull. So if you're sitting, I would never drove it, but when I was sitting next to you, I'd be like,
And that was actually the first car. Well, yeah, the first car that I actually drove and learned how to drive stick shift was that car.
oh right, because your Honda, the first car you had, it wasn't stick shift. It was automatic.
They were all
One
automatic.
almost crashed.
Yeah.
You're like,
Hey man, my car. He's like, how about me, man?
looking back, and Papa's like, look at the road, and I was like, all of us are like 16 maybe.
Yeah, we were young. Yeah, we were young when we learned how to
Look
drive.
at the road, bro. You
He's
get
looking
to
back driving. That was crazy. Man.
oh man, fun times, dude. Huh?
Yeah, man. A lot of stories there,
I remember. Would you remember first driving, like your first driving experience? How was that? Talk about that.
My first driving experience, I stole mom's car. We were at a park.
I like the
church.
laugh.
She knows this story. She knows it. We were at a church event, and she had her car parked, and the keys
I was
were
there.
in the ignition.
It was the Saturn.
Yeah, the blue Saturn, the old school Saturn, and I looked around. I was like, man, I really want to drive.
It was
this
an
car.
empty parking lot, though.
Yeah, it was an empty parking lot, straight roads.
The devil tempted you.
I was like, turned it on. I was like, it feels good,
It was like a church event. Too,
Yeah. My mom was like, ¿Quién prendió el carro? She's yelling and
because
stuff.
you could hear like when that car. For people, obviously, I don't know. When you would turn that car on, there was something wrong with the belt, so it wouldn't turn on nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it was ghetto, bro.
So you would hear it, and mom was
Yeah.
far, and she heard it.
Who turned on the car?
She knew what it sounded
¿Quién
like.
prendió el carro? And I'm looking through the window. I see her coming. Apágalo,
The devil's
salte.
like,
Shut it off, get out. And I was like, I put it in drive and fucking hit the gas, bro. And I just went off. And then when I got back, she's like, I thought I was gonna get my ass beat, so I parked it and ran out. The car,
Yeah, I remember you
with the car
Did you
on.
throw the keys?
No, the car was on. I parked it and I ran out with the door open.
She's like,
And then she's like, she ran after me. She's like, "Yeah, te bien." Like you drove good, you know. And I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, thanks," but I didn't get near her because I knew I was gonna get slapped up.
yeah, mom would always
Even at the church event.
or the
In the
uppercuts
name of
to
Jesus.
the stomach. She'd uppercut you and keep praising the Lord. Remember?
Or in church. Just elbow you.
You'd be like, "What's wrong with your son?" "Oh, he's just feeling the Holy Spirit."
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Oh, man.
Not the winner. Oh my god.
Oh, when she'd be like, "Te voy a llevar pa'l baño." For those of you
yeah,
that
tell
don't
him.
understand Spanish, she'd be like, "Hey, keep misbehaving. I'm gonna take you to the bathroom."
Yeah.
And that
The
meant
bathroom
you're
was
gonna
not
get your
good.
ass beat. Straight slapped up.
Because she'd take you into the stall too, so no one would see.
And lock the door, barricade the door. Bro, I hated the bathroom. But
Traumatized.
back in the day, that was not considered child abuse. It was
we
considered
needed it.
correcting your kids. We were savages, bro.
Yeah.
We needed a little ass whooping here and there.
Oh man, crazy
You know?
times, huh? So my
Crazy.
driving, my first driving experience because you started driving first. What you did?
Yeah, and I actually failed my first driving test
Oh yeah.
because mom was in it and she was talking so much that she made me so
I
nervous.
think one of my exes was there too.
And I instead of doing a 3-point turn, I did a 5-point turn, and I failed. Get in the left lane, and I went to the right. I said left lane. He grabbed the steering wheel and pushed it over. But yeah, I did start driving before you.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
started driving before me, and my first driving experience was with mom in the car.
Yeah.
So she's like, "All right, this is a slow road." I was like, what, 30 miles an hour?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get out the car, and I'm gonna let you drive. And I was like, awesome, you know. I was doing everything right. But since you traumatized her already,
Awesome.
I was getting the paranoid mom, you know.
Yeah.
So I was going 15 miles an hour. She's like, "Slow down, you're going too fast." And I was almost to the end of the road where there was a light, and I think it was like when you head towards like from Watertown to Waltham, there's like these like dead roads, right? It's just
Yeah,
real
the
quiet.
back roads. Yep.
Yeah. And so I think I accelerated to 30 because the speed limit was 30, you know? And she's like, "You're going too fast," freaking out. And I was like, I parked the car. I was like, "You know what? You drive," like really mad. And then she's like, she gave me a look like, "Man, maybe I gotta like, you know,
Ease up a
calm
little
down." Yeah, a little bit. But after that, I never drove with her again because she was super paranoid.
Yeah.
And then my second driving experience was with Enid and Grecia.
Speak about that.
In Jamaica Way.
Oh, in Boston. Jamaica Way.
Remember, what is it? Jamaica Way. You
Yeah,
like,
near
the
Brooklyn.
curves and
Brooklyn.
yeah. So, excuse me. So I was driving there, and Enid was pretty good. She was pretty good. She's like, "Okay, you're doing good."
She was a pretty good driver.
Yeah, and a good teacher too.
I remember when sorry to cut you off
No.
because I do that a lot. So sorry about that.
That's cool.
Remember what you were gonna say? I just want to say something.
Yeah.
I remember one time we were driving with her and she almost got into an accident.
Yeah.
But she was really good at like trying not to get to accidents, like swerving.
She's really good at reacting.
Yes, her reaction.
Yeah. To
She was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
It's just like you see the accident happening, but she was like, "Oh my god!" and she swerves. It's like, "Oh, you guys okay?" It's like nothing happened, and she just keeps driving and bumps music. I'm like, okay, we almost just died, but okay.
I have a story to tell you.
But go ahead, continue on what you were saying with
So,
your driving experience.
In Jamaica Way, Enid was good when it was a one-laner. She's like, "Okay, you're doing great, you're doing great." But it was with her new Corolla. Remember the teal-looking one?
Ooh, that was a nice one.
That was her baby.
That was a nice one, though.
That was a nice one.
We were like, damn, she got a new car. We got the busted up cars.
I want to talk about that too. So when it got to the two-laners, those are pretty like fast, and there's a lot of curves, and they're really close, right? The cars. She was
snake
like,
lane.
She was like, "I don't know, Hamelo. You're probably gonna have to pull over." And I was like, "I got this," you know. The man, the myth, the legend, you know.
I got this. Put your seatbelt on.
Dude, they were so scared in the car. It was hilarious. And I was only going like 45, but like when you don't know how to drive and you got your permit, you're trying to learn, you know?
2 hands and shit. Trembling.
It was so bad. And I
Put the radio down. I can't see. What? I can't see. Put the radio down. What?
I know, right? Because you're nervous, you're scared, you know?
Or like when it's raining, put the music down. Like, what?
I can't do it. That's hilarious. So I pulled over and then she's like, "You did good," but I was like, again, I didn't feel the confidence, you know. Yeah. And then I drove with you and Papo. That was my third experience. Yeah. In the car, and I felt a little more confident because Papo was a really good teacher.
Yeah, he was really calm. He's like, "Brother, slow down." Yeah. The way he would talk, it was kind of like mom would yell, but Papa would be more like,
Mom was always yelling.
"Brother, hey, take it easy."
He take the wheel.
Remember Carlos? Yo, Uncle Carlos, man, this dude's a trip.
Uncle Carlos is the man, dude.
I had to grab the wheel from Papo because Papo didn't know what he was doing.
He was driving too reckless and Papo's going like, speed limit.
Yeah. He's like, "Papo, slow down."
He always wants to be in control.
He's like, "You're in the passenger side, bro."
Yeah, I drinking too much coffee that
And then Papo's like, "Echa pa allá, bro."
Yeah, so Carlos is the younger brother and Papo's the older brother, so it's always like sibling rivalry there.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Papo's always, you know, he's always beating Carlos in sports and everything. And
yeah.
Is he though, or are we talking? I don't know. Maybe sometimes not, but
I mean, Carlos is
competitive,
really competitive.
Bro. Yeah,
remember him, Uncle Carlos and Uncle Monchi? The worst. Bro.
Oh my god,
the worst, bro.
Tell him about that story. It was like a church event, and church events are supposed to be calm, cool, collected. You know?
For basketball tournaments.
For basketball, it's just for fun. You know, right? That or so
supposed to be.
Or so we thought. Then what happened? Tell us. I wasn't there. I heard about it.
Oh, it just got really rough. Uncle Carlos and Uncle Monchi really went at it.
Yeah.
That's a foul.
Elbow
no, it's
to
not.
the face.
Elbow to the neck, like.
I'm like, Carlos. Oh, for real?
Yeah. They got into it a little bit, but it's just basketball, you know.
Two uncles.
They don't want to lose. In front
of
their nephews.
Put my money on who would win in a fight, Carlos would probably win the first round.
But Munchie's tough though. I've seen Munchie knock motherfuckers out.
No, I know. I'd say I don't want to put it out there, but I am, you know, just to see what happens. Just joking.
No jiu-jitsu.
No, but yeah, Carlos would win the first round, and Munchie would win the second.
Yeah,
because Munchie is good at tiring you out.
Remember when he fought that big white dude?
Oh man,
he fucked him up.
Yeah,
the white dude ran.
That's what we learned, though.
Like, oh.
But that's what we learned how to fight.
He was bullying us.
Yeah, we're selling lemonade.
He's an older man, bullying kids.
It's like a Karen, but a guy version.
Yeah, the guy version of Karen.
We're selling lemonade, and we were loud as kids, and we're like, hey, you know, 25 cents, 25 cents, like that. 25 cent lemonade. Hey, you want lemonade, sir? Hey, sir, you want lemonade? Hey.
Hey, you look thirsty. Hey. He's like, I already told you guys, I don't want lemonade.
But
right?
But he was sticking around to continue to say no.
But he was working on a house.
He was working on his house, but he didn't have to stay outside. He could have, like, you know.
And he threw rocks at us.
Yeah, he
or so that's how the story goes.
No, he did throw rocks out there. He threw rocks like to shut us up. Like, shut up. You know, you guys are being too loud. Because we were trying to make money. Like, our parents were like, oh, you want...
But we were there with all our cousins, too, savages.
It was like a gang of, like, 10 little kids, like, lemonade.
25 cents? Oh, that's my 25 cents. I gave him that.
But it was fun, right? Like, you always, like, you see it in movies, and it's super, like, calm. And then with our family, I think Munchie had just got out of court that day.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He was already pissed off. So tell him the story. What happened? Were you there?
Yeah,
and our cousin from PR, Eliel, was there too. He had come to visit.
We basically
for the first time.
We said, "Hey, that guy's throwing rocks at us," you know.
Yeah.
And then he told us to go inside. He's like, "All right, go inside. I'm gonna talk to him."
No one tells us to go inside except for Munchie.
And Munchie was
in
like,
his head, you know.
Munchie was like, "Hey, métase pa dentro. Go inside."
Munchie's like, "Not my kids."
Right. He's like, "Métase pa dentro." So we went to the balcony. Some of us went inside, and he went over there. To
No,
talk.
we was all looking out the window though.
We were being nosy as hell, looking through the
Sorry,
blinds,
I'm
looking
just
through the
playing.
blinds like this, just opening them up.
Yeah.
But he went over there to talk to them, to talk to him, and they were talking, and all of a sudden he started getting like amped up. You know?
The guy, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
get out of my face,
And he
right?
tried to put his hands on Munchie, and Munchie had to give him the 2-piece with the biscuit, you know? Boop, boop, boop.
Yeah, and then Chucky got involved.
I think he dropped him, and then the white dude started trying to wrestle him, grabbed him by his legs, but then my aunt got in
with the
and
rake.
slapped him up with a rake. Real
Bam!
quick.
She hit like
Right to
3
the
times.
back.
Bah,
I was like, oh!
Yeah, I think our grandmother got involved. She's like trying to break it up. But
And then the guy ran, and the cops came.
my nail was trying to break it
nobody
up, and
knew
the
shit.
guy thought it was another person trying to intervene and fight. And I think she got grabbed by the hair, and that's when she lost it. He's like, "Give me the bat." Didn't you say, "Give me the bat," right?
Yeah, but the dude ran. He didn't get a chance to even hit him with it.
And then Eli gave him the bat. Eli was like, "It's right here. I got it in the corner. He had it ready." He had it ready.
Yeah.
Eli was a savage as a little kid, though. When he
Yeah. Wow.
growing up.
Fun times growing up, though.
Yeah.
You know, good childhood.
I
Lot of
miss
cool
my
times.
my cousins though, like being that close how we used to be.
Yeah,
It's unfortunate, right?
me too. People just grow apart, you know.
Yeah, and then when you get older, you all you all grow apart, like you said, but you also have different lives, and the way that you live is totally different than other people want
Yeah.
to live, and
Yeah.
sometimes you don't want to be involved in all that, you know,
Yeah.
chaos, and because maybe for you it's not chaos, right, the way you live,
Right.
but for other people, you know,
It's too much. Yeah.
it might be, but yeah, fun times, man.
Fun times, man. And
Fun times,
I-
but also like learning experiences, right?
Yeah, and I wish all my cousins the best, you know. Like if I was to see anybody
Amen.
of my family, I'd still say hi, you know.
I always say hi.
Maybe it's not as close as what it used to be, but if I was to see them, it wouldn't be no problems for me. It'd just be like, "Hey, how you doing?" And if they want to
Yeah.
acknowledge it and say hi back, that's cool. Or if they don't want to say nothing, that's okay too, you know.
Yeah.
But there's no problems here. It's
Yeah,
just,
there's
hey, what's
no,
up? How you doing?
There's no
Good?
grudges, you know.
Yeah, never. With anybody, really, you know. It
Yeah,
is
and
what
that's
it
the
is.
that's the thing. Sometimes in life you have to grow apart. You know, that's just
You grow
how it
apart
is,
to
bro.
grow up, you know.
To grow up and have
Yep.
your life and learn, right? Because
Yeah.
can you imagine staying in the same lane all your life?
Yeah,
You wouldn't be where you're at, probably. Let's say.
yeah, for sure, man.
But I love all my cousins and my family.
Right.
And like you said, I always say hi. You know, I think I saw Jenny the other day.
That's cool.
Well, not
man.
the other day. Maybe like I don't know, in the summer.
It's been years for me since I've seen
Yeah.
anybody really of my cousins like that. You know, even my
I saw
aunts.
Ketsi for
Oh, Ketsi was
for Fanny's baby's
yeah.
birthday.
Ketsi was the last time I saw Ketsi was for Liana Lisa's, I believe, gender review.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They're always around, right? But it's like it's hard to like. Sometimes it's hard to make the time to hang.
Yeah.
Like, cause you're so busy, man. Like,
Yeah.
you know. Like,
I
I
know.
even think there was a couple times I'm like, yeah, let's go hiking and stuff, and I never did. Cause they love to go around and hike and like
Yeah.
see new trails and stuff.
Yeah.
And I never did. So maybe I'll hit her up this October, see if we could do something.
Yeah, but like you said, excuse me, it's hard to make the time, you know, especially when you have a family, you know. Dude, it's hard for us to even make time. Like
I
I'm
know,
surprised we're doing this right now.
It's
You
just
know?
fun.
But I feel like once my kids get older,
Yeah.
a little bit older, where they can just like, you know, be themselves
And ask
without-
me for a sandwich.
right. And stuff like that. That was funny. You should tell that story in a little bit. I told Mama about that just as a joke, and she's like, she tried to make it into something. I was like, whatever.
She told me, she's like, ¿Cómo tú no vas a bailar tú?
Trying to come at you?
Yeah. Anyway, I'll say it. She's like, how are you not going to watch Amer's kids until they can ask for a sandwich? Because
Yeah.
I'm like, I want them to communicate with me. I want them
Yeah,
to be like, hey,
yeah.
Theo, you know, I'm hungry. Can I get a sandwich?
Right.
Not like, and then like, you doesn't
Yeah.
want this or, you know.
Yeah.
That's just how I am because I'm not a father yet. You're
Yeah.
a father and you're kind of going through that, right?
Oh, you gotta have a lot of patience, you know.
Yeah, and I don't feel like I'm there yet, you know.
Yeah.
So I told mom, I was like, yeah, I'll watch them, or I told everybody, when the kids can ask me for a sandwich, then I'll watch them, you know.
Like, hey, can I get a ham and cheese sandwich? It gotta be specific sandwich too, right? Ham and cheese.
It'll get more
Cut the
details
crust.
as they get older.
Cut the crust off. We're like, what?
But that
Oh,
was
man.
the inside joke with that.
Yeah, that's funny. I mean, obviously, I told mom just as a joke, though, you know.
Yeah.
And I was
She
like,
tried to stir up the pot.
yeah. She's like, hey. But she, you know,
That's funny.
people can say whatever they want, you know.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they don't understand the relationship we have, you know.
Yeah.
Like, years can go by. We'll talk every now and then, and it'll still be the same relationship. We sometimes get on each other's nerves, just like any brothers and sisters do, you know. But we still love each other, you know.
Yeah.
And we're always there for each other. So
I don't think, and sometimes like when you're going through stuff, you don't want to hear the reality, right? Of like,
Right.
But that's what I'm here for. I'm gonna keep it real with you all the time. So anytime you don't want to hear, I'm gonna be, yo, you're not
Right.
doing this right, you know, you're this, and this is how I feel. If I was in your shoes, this is what I would do, or like,
Right.
and that's how we talk to each other. And I've learned to appreciate that, because that's how you stay grounded and humble, you know.
but that's the best way to be. Like,
Yeah.
even when we used to make music all the time.
Yeah.
We used to push each other, like, yo, that sucks.
That's
do it
garbage.
better.
That's trash.
You'd be like, damn, I thought that was the one. Like, nah, do it again.
Yeah.
It sucks. Do it again. Oh, that's the one. I like that one. I was like,
Yeah.
all right, cool.
Yeah.
And maybe it's exhausting, but it's like, yo, I'd rather, you know, somebody that cares about me tell me that it's trash or it sucks than somebody that I don't know tell me.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah, or like, oh, feed me bullshit.
Yeah. Nah.
I don't need that. And I've never been the type to even take that shit. Like,
Right. Or feed others bullshit. Like.
Right.
Yeah. No. I can't.
I mean-
it's just not in me, bro.
Yeah.
I always want the best quality.
Yeah, and you got to be blunt. Like, hey, no. Like, we've had people come through the studio be like, hey, you know, can we come through for another session? It's like,
No.
maybe not.
Maybe not. Yeah.
Or like, well, if you're representing QMP, it's
Right.
quality, you know?
Yeah. And I think that's where the whole name came from, just because of how we are. Right.
Yeah. And it used to be QMP Quiet Money Productions, right? But we switched it to something more professional, you know?
Something more professional. And at the time, we were with UDE, United Dreams Entertainment.
Yeah, with
And
Lucci?
so, yeah, and
Luciano?
it was almost like we were put in the back burner when we were doing everything.
Right.
You know? And I took offense to that. And so I was like, you know what? No, man, we're number one.
Yeah.
We do everything, you know?
Right. And
And that's when things all shifted and changed.
Right.
Because our mentalities changed from being these little immature kids, right? Or you want to say to, no. We're
yeah,
gonna stand
somebody
up for ourselves
selling
now.
us the dream, and we're actually the
The
dream.
dream. Exactly.
Yeah, you get
Bang.
me? So it's
Yeah.
like, nah, we're not doing that.
Right, and that's when it all shifted. I mean, if some people want to take offense, that's the truth.
Yeah, that's the
And
truth.
that's what it was. You know?
Yeah, it was. And, you know,
Yeah.
we never just, you know, cut him off. We could have been like, hey, you could still record here if you want
Yeah.
to, but
Yeah.
just know that you're no longer a
Number,
team.
Yeah, number one.
Like-
Because that's the thing with him. He wanted to be number one. But you weren't number one, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
no. Nowhere close.
yeah.
And that's the truth.
And you know what? I still have, no matter what, everything that I've been through, like I still have love and respect for him, you know?
Yeah, of
But
course.
I don't appreciate the fact that you tried to take advantage of
Something good.
younger kids
Yeah.
that had the skill and the potential and the drive, everything, right? That you didn't have.
That hunger, bro. you know?
Exactly. And like just take full advantage and credit. And it's like, dude, you can't do that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've never ever done that to anybody. I gave credit where it's due.
You know why, though? It's just how you were raised. You have a good heart, you know? Some
Yeah.
people's heart is not in the right
It's
place.
a hustling
You know?
mentality
And that's where we kind of distance ourselves from, you know?
yeah, because let's get this straight. We never said, "Oh, you can leave." We just said, "Hey, we're doing our thing now, and you do your thing."
Right.
Right. And
Right.
we could still collab and do things, but we have our own label now, and
Right.
that's when we created Quality Music Professional Records.
Yeah, QMP.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's when it all shifted, and he didn't like that because he wanted to be in control, you know.
Yeah.
And that's it. I mean, at the time I was in school. We were both in school.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, man, things got to change, you know. And I think for us, they changed for the better,
Yeah.
And
I feel like everything that we have accomplished to this point and everything.
10 years now.
Yeah, 10 years that, we've grown into
Yeah.
is for the better,
Yeah.
you know? Where we're supposed to be, you know? And that's okay.
Yeah. And regardless of all the changes, right? Because, I mean, I would have loved to have everybody
Oh, man.
on the team.
Dream team.
That was the dream team. Everybody loved
Man.
to do what they were doing, but then I think we had a meeting, and I was like, at the time I had graduated with my bachelor's, I was going to get my master's degree, and I was like, I feel like right now, everybody has their mind on straight, but I feel like someone needs to take charge and make things happen.
Yeah.
You know? And
we were young.
And we were young, you know, and you've always been my right-hand man, and I've been yours, but it's like...
Kind of check each other, like, yo, you're fucking up.
It's like half and half, right? But at the time, I was like, things need to get done, you know? So when that happened, I started taking, like, charge and control. I think people got offended.
Yeah, and we were never really, like... We were young, you know?
Yeah.
Not really there, like, stable-wise, right? Kind of like where we are right now, more stable in our lives. You know, It took us a while to be where we're at. But yeah, I think that was one of the biggest things. Like, not a lot of people were really stable to handle that pressure, you know?
Yeah, and I think a lot of people didn't want to stay in their lane. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if you're good at video editing, dude, that's your thing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to step on your toes.
Right.
But
would it be cool to learn other things? Of
course.
Yeah, you could learn in case somebody needs the backup. Like, hey, let me help you with this or whatever.
But you have to be willing to teach what you know, and that was the problem too.
There's
a lot of egos.
Egos and greed.
A lot of egos and selfishness. Yeah.
Yeah. You know.
And we're not like that. So if we're not like that, and we're the main guys, right? Why are you gonna be like that?
Right.
What's the reason for that? Like
what? Yeah.
There's no reason to be egotistic or selfish.
Like, it's me.
If you're part of a dream team.
Right, it's a team.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's sad. It sucks. You know, we lost a lot of good people along the way. I thought they were good people, you know?
Yeah.
Good individuals. But then after a while...
True colors come out, though, you know?
Yeah, true colors come out.
That's what it is.
A lot of greed, pride.
And at the
egos,
time...
like you said.
And at the time, I was moving to Savannah.
Yeah. A lot of changes happening.
A lot of changes happened, and, the consistency of being in the studio like we were, right, and putting in that work and stuff was going to come to a kind of like a standstill, right?
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of music didn't come out for that period of time, because I was busy getting my master's degree.
Right.
Right, because I want to progress in life, but also... business wise and label wise, and so we can evolve, right?
Right.
And how are you gonna evolve?
Right. You were doing your masters, trying to get your masters, and I was trying to do my acting, classes. Do the whole, acting in commercials, whatever. You know, just try to open up a new door. Let's say, let's do this too. And maybe it was lack of consistency for that period of time, but if people would have just stuck with us,
understood a little bit. And I think if people would have stopped and said, you know what, if they're doing this and trying to grow, let me stop for a second and try and grow into something else as well, right? But they wanted it easy, and there's no easy way.
Yeah, just handed to them.
That's not how things are.
Nobody handed us nothing, bro.
No.
We started from literally the ground up.
I remember when people didn't want me in the studio.
People used to tell me my beats suck.
Wow.
Yeah, and I thought I had potential as a young beat maker.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember I went to the studio. I'm not even gonna put no dudes on blast, but
I remember this.
Some dude from Worcester. And I went to the studio. I really looked up to this producer, and he was like, I showed him my beats, and he's like, "Oh, your beats are not that good, man." Kind of trying to put me down.
Yeah.
And I went in there like, yo, I think my beats are great, in my mind, because I was starting off, didn't really know
How old were you?
too much. 15, 16.
15, 16?
17 maybe, like that age,
That's wrong.
And he was older. He's like 20s, mid-20s.
Almost 30.
Yeah.
And what a way to...
And I remember I had them in a CD.
Oh, wow.
He's like, oh, you can leave them here, though, in case anybody wants to... in case anybody wants to use them.
Oh, your beats are trash. Oh, I like number 5 on there.
And I was like, nah, it's cool. You said my beats, they suck. So
yeah,
I'm like, I'm going to take it elsewhere, man. I appreciate it,
Yeah.
Left kind of broken.
Nice call, though.
Left kind of broken and motivated, and I thought that was kind of it for me for making beats,
Yeah.
And another incident that kind of molded me to be the person that I am today and the producer that I am today.
Yeah.
Another incident was when I was in college. Somebody had stole my hard drive with all my beats,
Oh no.
like hundreds
Pen
of
drive.
beats, hundreds.
I remember.
And I was like, "Where's my?
I was
Where are
looking
my
for it too.
beats at, man?" Yo, somebody snatched it from my bag, bro.
Man.
I don't know what happened with that. And we had ill beats. Remember those songs that we made that got on the UK radio?
Yeah.
And nobody knows this.
I
A
know.
lot of our stuff was playing overseas,
Yeah.
trying to get that buzz going.
Yeah, because we weren't thinking just, oh, I'm trying to make it out of Boston. Now we had a bigger dream,
Yeah.
like global takeover.
And we had some independent songs bumping on independent radios and stuff,
Yeah, I think one of them was Watch City.
Yeah.
I made that for Waltham.
Yeah.
That's where we grew up. So I was like, you
Yeah.
know what?
Watch City.
The cooler name, right, was Watch City.
Yeah.
So I was like,
And that's a song we did with Luciano.
welcome to
Yeah.
Watch City.
The hook.
Yeah, it was a good song, but I probably, if I could do it again, I'd do it with us.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we always repped our city. Always repped where we were from.
yeah, I
Massachusetts.
never had shame.
New England, Mass, Boston,
Mhm.
Waltham,
Yeah.
And we've moved around a lot,
Mhm.
as kids, as, young adults,
Yeah.
So just repping Mass, that's what it's really about,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good times, huh?
Good times, a lot of learning experiences.
Definitely.
I remember one time we went to show this song to. We were trying to put it on the radio, and we were trying to. We went into like this. It's like a meeting kind of with JP and stuff, and the guy's like, "Oh, who's singing on the hook?" And I was really like, and this is my learning experience,
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, singing on the hook." But he didn't say if it was good or bad or not. And I was like, oh, it's me, real confident and stuff, And he's like, you sound gay on the song. And at the time I'm like, what?
Just haters,
was,
bro, right?
Yeah, and then a while passed by. And I took it for what it was. I didn't say nothing. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, oh. And then the meeting was over, and then he's like, I was fucking with you to see what you would do. And I was like, that's... like, can you imagine if I would have exploded? Like,
shut the fuck up.
Yeah. So,
Excuse
right
my
there,
language.
that taught me, what people say about you and their opinions doesn't matter, bro.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
And I was young. I must have been like you, like what? When did we make that song? Like 20 something. I was 20 something. Yeah, I was probably in my 20s or something.
I want to say 1920.
1920. Yeah. And
Yeah,
so that
because
was a
Pyro
learning-
came out after that, and I was 21.
Yeah, that was a learning experience for me. I was
Yeah.
like, damn, like what do I say? I can't like.
Yeah, as an executive.
Right.
You know?
So.
Yeah. I mean, we had ambitions, man, to make it. For
Yeah.
those, a lot of those people that are listening probably don't know, but it was happening. It was happening.
It was happening. Yeah.
We had features with people, pretty
Mm-hmm.
good names.
Mm-hmm.
Did stuff for some pretty big people. I don't know if you want to emphasize on that too.
Yeah, we worked with along with Tom. Right. That's our. Pretty soon you'll be seeing Tom on the podcast too.
Yeah, shout out Tom, Mass Dialect.
Mass Dialect, aka DJ Outer Limits, because now he's DJing.
I love it. I love that he's DJing.
Yeah.
He's always had a passion for
why
that. Huh?
put yourself in a box when you can
I feel like
be outside the box?
Like Mass has always had a passion for DJing, and he's nice at it. He's nice.
Yeah, he's good at everything he does because he puts his all into it.
He understands.
Regardless, dude, even if you think the song is trash, somebody out there's like, yo, I love this
fire,
song, bro. Yeah, and it might not be your style, but it might be somebody else's style,
style.
and that's what he tries to do. He doesn't live in that box where
I mean, he does have that Hispanic in him.
Yeah.
He's Mexican too.
Yeah.
So he's a brother.
Yeah.
So
But
You got
talking,
that flavor.
yeah, talking about. So we worked with
Excuse me.
Tony Sunshine.
Yeah. Shout
We
out
made,
Tony Sunshine.
We made an instrumental for him.
Yep.
To feature on one of Mass Dialect's tracks.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, man.
That was cool, and along with that, other people can talk about it, but they met him. I didn't really meet Tony Sunshine.
Yeah.
But I knew it was, when he sang on it, I mixed the song, I mastered it.
That's big.
That's big, yeah.
Yeah. You know?
We made the beat,
It was a placement,
Yeah, it was good. And it didn't pop off like we wanted it to, though. But that's how it is sometimes,
You fumble, yeah.
Yeah, but, I mean, we've had a lot of experiences like that where it's like, it's hit or miss. That's it. With the Watch City track, I wish it would have blew up more. But I know a lot of people, listen to it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we've always had a lot of people that don't really
Support the
craft, the movement. But that's okay. You keep going,
Yeah.
Where you don't get love sometimes, you get it somewhere else, in other cities and stuff. And that's cool,
Yeah.
But it's definitely a lot, a lot that we've done. Things that we've accomplished, like our own personal goals too,
Yeah.
which is great.
And also another artist we worked with, Mims, too. We made a beat for Mims. This is why I'm hot. This is why, right?
Yeah.
The guy who sings that, we didn't make that beat. But
Yeah, the guy who sings that song, Mims.
we made a beat for him along with
Tim Brown.
Tim Brown.
Shout out Tim Brown
Shout
if
out
he's
Tim
listening
Brown.
to this podcast.
And now he has a younger brother that's doing the music.
He's
too.
rapping. I see that
Forget
he's
his name, though.
Yeah, me too. I forget
We'll
his
put
name.
it on the podcast.
But he's doing his thing,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing his thing. I see that he's doing shows and stuff. And
Yep.
he really has his brother's support.
That's
which
the
is
way to
great.
start, though, young,
Yeah.
And that's where we didn't start that young.
And he's good. Lyrically, he's good.
He's
you
good.
know?
He's
Yeah.
good.
Repping the east side,
Yeah.
I'm sure they're from I want to say they're from New Hampshire or something.
But are they? They were from Mass.
New Hampshire or Mass, something like that. But
Yeah.
East Coast for sure. You know?
Yeah. No, he sounds like Logic, kind of.
Yeah.
You heard him?
Yeah.
I forget his name. I think his name, oh man, what's his name?
I forget, bro.
Yeah, we'll put it on the podcast for you guys.
Yeah.
So you guys can check it out.
For sure.
And we also, we attempted, right, to give beats to J. Cole as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. We
That was
gave him
cool.
a CD.
Gave him handed him a CD.
Handed him a CD.
Yeah, at one of it was like a venue he was at.
The after party.
I actually got through security. I was like, "Come on, man, let me just
He's
hand
let
him
him
the
through.
CD."
Let him through.
And J. Cole was like, let him through, And I was like, "Yo, man, here you go." He's like, "Oh, thanks, man." I was like,
Yeah.
"All right, cool." And security rushed me the fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, "All right, man, all right." I was like, "All right." Well, at
And-
least we did that,
Yeah.
And it was like a bootleg CD. It's like QMP beats on it, or whatever.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's worth
But
worth a
exactly,
shot,
you attempt. You shoot your shot.
It was
right?
cool though.
Yeah. And he probably listened to them. Maybe.
Maybe,
not, Or maybe he took a sample out of there or something. He's like,
You
I could
never
use
know.
this for my.
But it's the attempt, like you said,
Yeah.
which was cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. A lot of growing experiences, right?
Definitely, man.
You live and you learn, bro. That's the only way, man.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so talking about, we were talking about driving, right, or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, your first. That's what I was gonna ask you. We had bootleg cars, and Enid had the Corolla.
Oh, Enid had the car of the year, right?
Enid started with a brand new Toyota Corolla,
04?
something like that. Probably too late, 2002
2000.
maybe.
Something like that.
Yeah, but
I remember.
she wanted the sports edition, and my mom's like, absolutely not.
Yeah, it's pricey.
But she was the only girl,
Yeah, she deserves it though. Straight A's,
Yeah,
honor rolls.
we weren't really
We were
scholars.
A, B's, C's, D's, maybe,
All the way to Z.
Yeah, we were bright.
Yeah. But you know what? We were smart, but we weren't applied.
Yeah.
Bro, we didn't apply ourselves. We were like, I want to go play basketball.
We didn't apply ourselves till we were 11, 12, and then college.
To take things serious to the next level,
Yeah.
But
know.
that's all part of growing up, man.
Yeah, and you fail. You live and you fail. You know, you
Yeah.
live and you learn. You fail, you fall, you get back up.
Yeah.
I wanted to emphasize on something. I remember I was going through a rough time in my life, and one of the lessons that you taught me
Yeah.
was we were working at Fresh City.
Yeah.
Remember Fresh City?
Yep.
And I was telling you about a problem I was going through,
Yeah.
right? And you're like, bro, shut the fuck up, cause I kept trying to tell you about my problem, and that was real. I needed that. You know, there's no offense to that.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Tell him. See if he cares. And there was a guy in line, and the guy in line looked at me like, I don't give a fuck. And then you looked at me and said, see, if he doesn't give a fuck, nobody gives a fuck, bro. And I was like, damn, that's true. So basically that taught me a lesson to just kind of like deal with your problems, bro. You know, stop trying to, you know, always try to look for help. Just deal with it.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things where it's like no one ever told me that, you know? And I was like, well, that helped molded me, you know? Like, okay, deal with your problems. Be a man about shit. Because you were going through your shit too. You didn't want to hear that shit. Yeah. You were stressed with school and all this, you know, crazy shit going on in our lives.
And I think I didn't really like her either.
Yeah, but
I didn't really
it was
like
one
her
of those.
like, man, come on.
It was one of those experiences. You know?
Yeah, it's almost like no one ever taught me that, right? So I was trying to show you, like, not to deal with things on your own, right? Because I love you and I'm gonna listen to your stuff, but you kept going, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you were going on for 2 weeks now, and I was like, I can't do this no more. Like, I've already gave you I gave you my advice. You either take it or you don't. You know, take from it, take a little bit of it, whatever you want. Take 1%. Right. There's a whole percentage that you could take, and then you kept going. I was like, listen, I have to tell him like this.
Said,
this is the only way. This is the one he's gonna learn. So there was a guy in line, and I was like, watch this. I was like, look, he's going through a problem. Do you mind listening and hearing? And he's like, no, I don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he ordered his food. I was like, and then I told him, brother, see, like, no one cares, man. Like, right, kind of deal with things on your own. But
yeah, and it was one of those life lessons, you know? Yeah, which is appreciated, right?
You still use that to this day?
Yeah, I think I do. I think I try my best to help myself. Because as best as you can, right? You can really only help yourself to help others, you know, and better your situation, you know?
Exactly.
So sometimes you got to shut the hell up, suck it up, and keep pushing forward, bro. Yeah. And I think those things like that have made me stronger in my life, you know? Yeah. Definitely. So it's much appreciated, bro. It was just one of those things because you were talking about a life lesson. Yeah. And I wanted to say that earlier, but I didn't get a chance because then we kept talking about something else.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you learn, though. You got to, like, kind of... Some people you need to, like, literally put it in their face, you know? Other people like me, I'm a very observant person and I think a lot. Yeah. So when I'm going through something, I'll think and observe and kind of just like give myself the time to figure it out. Yeah. You know, whether it's I can do it on my own or sometimes you're like, you know, this is something I can't deal with on my own. I need to talk to somebody. Yeah. And you think about who can I talk to about this that will listen and not judge and things like that. You know people like that in your life, right? It's probably your wife. Yeah. Right? Yeah, the one I go to all the time. And that's who I go to. My wife. She's the best, you know? She listens. And there's some things that I talk to you about that I can't talk to my wife about, right? Yeah, like men stuff. Men things, right? That I'm going through personally, right? Or something, but... And I feel like we've always been that type of person, right? Yeah. Those type of people. Very observant. Yeah. Sit back, observe people, see how they are. Sit back and enjoy the show. Sit back and enjoy the show. That's why we say that. Yeah. That's the tag for the beats. Mm-hmm. But we've always been very observant and just kind of like sit back and take good things from people and trash the bad, negative stuff. And try to be more positive with your life, you know? Yeah, because in our life, there was a lot of negative. Oh, yeah. All the time. But there was good parts, right? Yeah. But I think since we're younger, and the youngest ones of the siblings, we're like, how can we better our lives when they've fucked it up, been through it all, you know?
You could put it that way.
Yeah, they've been through it.
Yeah.
You know, hell and back. And we've been through hell and back too in our own way, but
Yeah.
it's almost like they took the long road and we saw the shortcut and we're like, okay, this is what we can avoid. This is how we can,
things you can
make
avoid,
things better and, you know?
For sure, bro.
Yeah.
And I feel, that's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
You can't sit here and say, oh, I want to learn from my own mistakes.
I mean, you can. People.
You can.
Yeah, but it's going to take a long time.
What I'm saying is, somebody made that mistake, and you see what could have came from not making that mistake. Are you going to still try to do it on your own the same way? No. Right. You're going to do it the other way, the way that worked. Because you saw it.
And even though some people are different, like, I think I'm stronger, and I'm okay, you're still human, though, bro.
Right.
And at the end of the day, everybody has the same body structure. And, like, so let's say, for example, my friend takes Coke, you know, and he's so fucked up. But I feel like if I take Coke, you know,
I could quit in a week. What?
Right, and that's a perfect example. Like, you see somebody that's taking the drugs and things like that, and you're like, that's not what I want for myself. That's what it does to you.
What's crazy is,
you know?
There was a coworker. I'm not gonna say any names.
Yeah.
But if they're listening to this podcast, then they're gonna know exactly who the fuck it is.
But at least you're not.
I'm not going to say any names, but there was a coworker of mine. He was like, I tried heroin just to see if I could quit. What? I was like, did you just... I was
That's
like,
sad, though. I'm sorry.
What'd you say?
I'm sorry.
He's like, I tried heroin to see if I can quit. I was like, are you good? He's like, yeah, it took me a couple years. I was like, oh my God.
Oh, shit. But maybe he wanted to figure out if he was mentally strong.
Yeah, but... Dude,
that's
tough,
the bro.
Bottom line.
But it wasn't even Coke. It was the shoot up kind.
Yeah.
Bro.
Come on, bro.
That's more potent.
Yeah, he said it took me a couple years. Took me a couple years, but I did it. I was like, good for you, man.
He's doing all right.
He's great. But I say, took him a couple years. You know what it is? A couple years, bro. Waking up, you know?
Yeah.
Dealing with that addiction, you know?
Addictions are very hard to deal with.
Yeah, and I pray for people that have addictions, you know?
Yeah.
From anything. You could be addicted to coffee, you know?
Yeah.
And that's bad.
You could be addicted to sugar.
Sugar, candy.
People are addicted to food.
I'm grateful that I stopped eating so much candies. I used to eat candies like crazy, you know?
Yeah, same here.
I just don't have the same sugar tooth anymore, you know?
I think for me, as I got older, I had more self-control over things.
Yeah.
Like, and when I heard, like anything that you take, right? If you're doing too much of it, not, how's the saying go? Too much of something is not good for you, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Regardless of what it is. When I heard that, I'm like, you're right. You have to take things in doses.
Moderation.
Dosage, right? Yeah. And have self-control. Like, you can't be eating French fries every fucking day.
No.
I'm sorry for swearing, but you know.
Yeah, but
every day, what's gonna happen?
Yeah, you're gonna get fat.
Or you're gonna get cholesterol, die, have a heart attack, you know?
Yeah, and you just have to... You can't deprive yourself of certain things. Like, dude, you haven't ate a candy for 3 months? Eat a candy bar if you really want it, you know? It's okay.
Think it's okay for certain things, but let's say it's like, oh, you haven't took Coke for 3 months.
Yeah, but I feel like drugs is totally different.
Exactly.
Drugs is totally different. That's off limits.
Let's separate the two, right?
And
we're not saying everything, guys.
And even people for like that have, you know, alcohol abuse issues, right?
Yeah.
They're alcoholics.
Yeah.
Even that, cut that off your life completely, because if you're gonna relapse into any negative things that affect you negatively in your life, cut it out completely. You know?
And those are trigger things, right? Like, everybody has a different trigger.
Right.
Like, I know my triggers, and I'm like, not that I'm addicted to anything, but I'm like, I know if I do this, or if I eat too much of this, I'm gonna continue. It's good.
I'm gonna go down.
I want to keep doing it, you know.
Yeah.
So self-control.
Yes.
That's what it comes
and
down
that,
to.
Yeah. That's really something that you need to. I feel like a lot of people should adapt to their lives. Same thing with self-control and patience, right?
Yeah.
You have to have patience and have that self-control and be patient with yourself, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And not be like, I'm gonna eat it. No, have some patience along with self-control, right? Have that within you. They say patience is a virtue, right?
Yeah.
But it's not something that, you pray for, right? Hey, God, give me patience.
He'll give you.
God's not gonna give you patience.
He will give you situations.
Yeah, the opportunity to be patient.
How many Karens will he throw at you?
And build your patience, right? Over time.
Yeah.
Like anything, you build something, right? And then eventually you'll get to that point where you have patience. I have patience for a lot of people's BS. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's it, you know? Self-control. Perfect. Another perfect
Right,
example.
because let's say you work out, right? But you have your cheat day. You're looking forward to that day, right?
Yeah, that
But it
motivates
motivates
me.
you. It's
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna work out, and at the end when I eat this burger or whatever, it's gonna feel great because
gonna feel great.
I did what I needed to do.
Right, and then you start all over.
Exactly.
You know? Again, all right, back to it.
And that's what it is. It comes down to patience and self-control, and I believe in that totally, man. 100%.
Yeah, man.
Growing up, when you're little, you don't have any of that, so you're just like tweaking on candy.
You're reckless.
Whatever, dude. Give me all the candy I can get.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
And
That's
then
just
when
how
you
it
get
is.
older, you're like, ugh. Like,
Yeah.
in moderation is good.
Moderation.
Yeah. But that's good to teach, like, your kids, too. Like, but you know that, like,
Of course.
a lot of parents don't have that discipline for their kids. And they're like, yeah, you whatever, dude. And then their kids,
Yeah,
they're
I mean,
old and they're
us
obese
growing
and,
up,
like, you know.
Yeah, us growing up, we, you try to eat those things that you can't eat, right? Like,
Yeah.
when your mom buys things that,
Like Ina was
she can
like-
afford,
Yeah.
and all these other kids have things that they can afford, and you're just seeing it. So when you get older and you have money, you're like, I want to buy those things, but it's like,
Yeah.
those sometimes are not the healthiest choice.
Yeah.
Buy the healthier choice.
And I went through that phase when I was living on my own in Savannah. I was like,
Yeah.
I could get whatever I want.
Yeah, you're just a big grown ass
Right?
kid.
And both of us, me and my wife, we both did it. And then we're like, after like a week or two, we're like,
It feels bad.
we don't feel right.
Yeah.
Nah, no shit.
I keep shitting diarrhea. I don't know why. It's like, because you're eating McDonald's.
So after
every
that,
day.
we're like, we cut all that out, and we're like, you know
Yeah.
what? Let's be smart. Let's save our money
Yeah.
as much as possible to try and save for a house, whatever.
Shit,
regardless.
if you gotta eat rice cakes.
And
you know?
I did. That's
If you
another
gotta eat
story.
rice cakes to fill it up,
Yeah.
hey, it's okay.
And so we would
Fast.
start
Sometimes
cooking.
fasting,
Yeah, we'd start cooking at the house, and that's how you save money, really. You cook
Yeah.
at the house, and you save your money going out, because every time you go, it's like $20.
$20. When you could use
Yeah.
$20 at the market, get some rice,
Chicken,
vegetables,
right? And that's a
anything.
whole week of food.
And that's like a few days at least, right?
Almost 5 days.
Yeah. Bag of potatoes,
Right. And those last, yeah.
Anything.
Baked potatoes.
Oh, I love baked potatoes.
Yeah, now,
Now, yeah. When we were kids, like, baked potato.
Right? Where the
Can you
French
put it in?
fries?
Can you put it in hot oil and fry it? Right?
I mean, I still love French fries now, but it's like in moderation again.
Yeah.
Like,
even when I go out to eat at like, fast food restaurants,
yeah,
I don't get the medium. I'll ask for a small.
yeah. Well, I still.
Well, I'm saying like
Yeah.
sometimes you want the medium. That's cool. But I'm saying
I get
most
the
of the
medium.
times get the small. It's just a little bit. It's okay. It's
Nah,
not
I
really
get
much
the
difference, anyways. But when it comes to Cajun fries,
You made me
and you're
feel-
sharing them.
Nah, I don't share.
large.
From last time, that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. My wife
Like,
knows.
I don't
that.
share.
She touches the fry. I'm like,
It's like, baby, they didn't put a lot of fries in the bag this time, so like,
my wife be like, what's in your bag? I'm like, my bag.
this is your bag.
No, because that's also the thing too. Like when we go out to Five Guys and stuff, we don't go a lot. So when we do, it's like, yo, this is my food. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like. I've always been like that since I was little,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
don't mind
I
if my
remember.
wife does it.
You're
because
married.
that's
You gotta share the same saliva.
And she'll do it. She'll do it from time to time to test me.
Yeah.
And
I remember
she'll
when you
grab
were-
from my plate, and I'm like,
when
it's fine.
when
I
my
guess.
brother was younger, he hated when people used to eat his food, like pick
Or
off his
drink
plate,
from my cup.
or drink from the cup, the same cup. Like if you were like, here you go, bro, you want some?
Backwash.
He's like, I don't want it.
I don't know where your mouth's been.
He's like, I don't want it.
I still do it. I still do that. Not with my wife, though, obviously. But,
Yeah.
like, if... I don't know. It's different. Like, if Ina does it on purpose, and she'll be like this. She'll drink
You want some, bro?
and give you the... I'm like, I don't want to drink that,
Yeah. No, but it's what's it called? Sanitary, right?
Yeah, that's how... Just how I am. I'm not a germaphobe, but there's certain boundaries that I don't like to cross because that's just how I am.
Yeah.
And I think it has to do with the reason why is because when I was little, and that's why I do that with my cups too. I always smell them before I pour anything in or anything. Because when I was little, there was a beetle in one of my cups.
That actually happened to me with one of those maltas, the malt liquor. Well,
Yeah.
it's like non-alcoholic,
The
right?
Goya Maltas.
The
Yeah.
Goya maltas. Dude, I had something similar like that in it, and I hated. Ever since that day, I hated maltas. I
And
don't
you
drink
still
them.
don't drink them.
I don't drink them.
Yeah. So,
And I used to like them.
yeah. I still like them.
It was just a bad
But
experience
since your experience, I pour them in the cup now and make sure that I don't see a slug.
with the strainer.
No, I'm not that far, but I tilt it to the side and just look at it. You know?
what's that?
And the other day, I drank one and I didn't pour it into a cup. And Rich was like, "What's wrong with you?"
I like Beatles.
And I was like, "I just don't care anymore. I just
It's
whatever
good for
happens in my life."
Protein.
I was like, "God, take control."
Jesus, take the wheel.
If I eat the slug, I guess it's better than COVID. You know? Why
Yeah.
not? What can kill me now? You know?
Right?
Nothing.
Been through it all.
Yeah.
Nile virus, el dengue,
Alright, whatever.
el chupacabra.
Ebola. You ever seen that
Ebola.
one? There was a guy and he had fall. There was this meme. He fell and his balls were out. And it was like the first case of Ebola in PR, and he was like drunk with beer. He was like, his ball was out. I was like, oh my god. But Munchie sent me that. Munchie's always sent me some dumb
What,
shit.
Tio Monchi.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the best.
I was
huh?
like, oh my god. Like I didn't really see the whole thing. When you read it, you don't really see the whole picture, and then you see the like.
He actually taught us how to be so aggressive playing ball. He used to dunk on us.
Yeah.
He'd be like, "Come on, block this."
The championship
jam it.
mentality.
Boom. Like,
The heart of a champion.
We would end up crying sometimes, but then we stopped crying.
Yeah,
We started being men.
It's like Waterboy.
Yeah.
H2O.
Yeah, we had that
Gatorade.
competitive heart.
Mama don't like you. Right? That's how we were.
Yeah. Oh man, good times, huh?
Yeah. So your first car. What was your first car? I know we tried to keep talking about that, and we didn't really.
First car was a 1996 Honda Civic, green.
And-
It was a green color.
Yeah, I love Forest.
And I also had another one around the same time.
Yeah.
It was a 1999 Acura CL,
That was a nice car.
and I had to give one to my older brother because mom didn't want me having two cars. Remember? So she was like, "Keep one and give one to him," and I was like, "All right,"
So you were trying to live the dream, and your mom cock blocked you from.
because there was not enough parking space.
Oh yeah.
I wanted one for the weekends and one for the week. My mom was like, "You got to pick one." And then I found out that the CL had issues with like the
So you gave it to
suspension.
Lottie?
So I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna need the other car back." Because they were both mine.
And you gave it to him. You were being
Yeah, I
a
was
nice
like,
brother.
"Take it. I'll take this one."
I think
'cause it
if
has
you would have
less
done that to
issues."
me, I would have been like, "What's wrong with it?"
Oh, but he knew. I
He
told him,
knew?
I was like, "Listen, the suspension's fucked up. Just fix
Oh,
it."
you told him at
Yeah.
least.
And then he's like, "All right, I'll take it," because it looked cooler. You know, it was dropped.
Nah,
and
it was a
everything.
beautiful car,
But the
yeah.
suspension
Because
was
they
cut,
cut it. Yeah.
so it was fucking up. So I was like, "Just fix it," you know. And then
He didn't never fix it.
I don't think he ever fixed
He
it. I don't
sold
know.
the car.
He ended up selling it, making some money, whatever. But I kept the green Honda until I crashed it racing.
Yeah.
The racing days on Storo Drive.
And we raced against each other too.
Yeah, with the Cutlass.
Yeah, that was my
Yeah.
first car. A beat up '98 Oldsmobile. Do they even make that brand?
Oldsmobile what?
Oldsmobile Cutlass.
Cutlass, yeah.
And I think it's GMC now.
Yeah,
Oldsmobile.
something like that.
But yeah, it was
A to B.
it was A to B. It was rusty, had no rims. It was just like, yo, your first car, you're like, yeah,
Had
dude.
hubcaps.
Yeah,
Remember those?
the shiny ones. Eventually, I
chrome
took
ones?
them out. And I crashed that car too.
Yeah, you totaled it.
Totally, completely, yeah.
Yeah. An accident. Unfortunate accident. And,
But it was always racing. We always because
Yeah.
the Fast and Furious, you know.
oh, man. It doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning is winning. We're like, I won, mother. I won.
And since I look like Vin Diesel, you know, I was like,
I won. Woo!
I'm the real
Go,
Vin
go,
Diesel.
go.
Oh man,
Those
yeah.
street races with Tom. I don't know if you ever went, but he took me to the street races, Tom.
Nah, I never won.
Yo, it's hectic. It's like the real Fast and
Yeah,
Furious.
like cops and shit.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
it's cool.
That-
See a lot
that
of
is cool.
races. The cops come, you gotta dip.
You remember that one time where he was revving his engine and then he goes and he stops because he sees the cops, and then he's like, go in front of me. I was like, don't listen to him. Reverse, Abner.
And I was like,
reverse. No, you reversed,
Yeah.
and you got the hell out. You went to the parking lot, and we stayed there. He's like, yo, why'd you guys like pull off? What do you mean?
Cops,
what do you mean?
bro.
Why we pulled off?
You know why?
You were trying to set us
I
up,
seen you
bro.
shut your headlights off.
Don't be slick.
DJ Outer Limits.
Listen, we're more Spanish than you are, so don't like, forget that.
Pagalo. Reverse.
You only have. Our instincts kick in like that. Like, you take a little bit.
Take this left. Put it neutral.
Bro, oh my god.
Oh man, good times, huh?
Yeah,
crazy.
But yeah, it's really nice being here, man. I think we'll probably do this again.
I think I like it. It's chill.
Yeah, I like the setup. It's chill.
It's comfortable.
Yeah, it's fun being in person. I feel like we have more fun.
More interaction.
Yeah.
Definitely fun. Crazy, huh?
Third episode.
Wow. Third episode down, huh?
Yeah. It's been about an hour.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Great conversation.
Awesome.
It was nice to see you, man.
Nice to see
you. And don't forget, I'm the Godfather.
Yeah. But you're my twin.
No.
You like that? Yeah, Papa, I had to put that in there.
Well, cause that's the inside joke. So since we're twins, right? I'll either text him real late at night to make sure, like, to see if I get him, because he was born first. So we're always like,
it's only 5 minutes. Right?
It's only 5 minutes, but since I'm his twin, you know.
Yeah.
But I always try to be like, all right, good night, my twin.
And I'm like
to try and like son him.
Hold up.
And I'm always catching him. He's like, yeah, right. So that's like the little joke.
Yeah,
but
that's cool, man.
That's funny. You got me though. You got this round.
I got this round.
I'll get you next time. Next time I'll be like, you're my twin.
End of the episode. Boop. Like, I already hit record. Stop record.
Oh, I don't know what happened.
Play the music.
They'll be messed up, dude. You'd be like, yo.
I'll re-edit the video. Re-edit the video and re-upload it. That's not the end.
But you're my twin.
Oh man.
But we got to get some people though.
Yeah.
For the
I think with
the next
Tom
coming up.
And I told Tom,
yeah,
I would definitely love to have him here as like an extra co-host,
Yeah, and to let people know as well, he was supposed to be starting the podcast with us.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
But we just decided we're like, well, let's get it going, because it's been a while that we've been trying to do this. Definitely. And so he'll be coming soon for the next maybe number 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Possibly 4, but we gotta test it out and see how it goes first, right?
Yeah.
Make sure everything's legit.
Yep. We need another mic set up.
He got the camera and everything, so.
Yeah. So he's ready to go.
He's ready to go.
We gotta do it. And I think this would be a perfect spot.
Yeah.
With him sitting right
I mean, even if it's virtual and sometimes if he does come.
Yeah, I mean, there, another spot,
Yeah,
backdrop, lights.
Yeah.
Good to go.
It's good. This is a nice setup.
Thanks.
Beautiful, man.
A lot of hard work went into this,
Yeah. It looks like you took a lot of time and
yeah, just try to really visualize it,
Yeah. And this won't be your last either. This won't, and everywhere we go, we always try to make it our home in the studio.
And upgrade it. Yeah.
And we've had a lot of studios,
And this is also a photography studio as well. Yeah. So it's music, right? Because it's an art room.
Yeah.
We call it the creative room. Right?
Yeah.
So it's a studio for music and a studio for photography. Because my wife does graphics, photography, and videography, stuff like that.
And hopefully we'll get her in.
Yeah, I would love it.
When she's free.
Yeah, whenever she's available.
To get her in and so she could talk about her business and...
yeah, definitely.
She takes beautiful pictures, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
They're very... So let me just talk about this real quick. When I went to SCAD, right? Mm-hmm. There was a lot of people that did photography. You either have it or you don't.
Yeah.
She has it, bro.
Yeah.
She can do it. She didn't go to school for any of this stuff.
She she took courses.
Did she?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. But she didn't go to SCAD or anything, let's say, right? You're just dedicated to photography. No, it's like when you love something and you're passionate about something, you'll do whatever it takes
Yeah.
to get it to that level, right? And I like when you see her pictures, I'm like, yo, they're beautiful pictures. Like,
Thanks, man.
I would hire her any day.
Thank you,
You know,
bro. Thank
the
you.
way she takes them and the way she edits them, it's beautiful.
Yeah, she's very savvy. Like when it comes to that, smart.
Yeah.
Like, you know, different
Everything.
lenses, and she
Yeah.
tries to learn as much as she can. Even still to this day, and she's great at it. You know?
Yeah. And they're getting better. You could see them getting like evolving. Like
Definitely.
even when she took the baby pictures, I was like,
Yeah.
yo, where was this?
Right here.
But that's the thing. If you're saying, yo, what studio did she take these? Or,
This studio.
right? That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
when you ask yourself that question, you're at that level.
Yeah.
You know?
and she's nice. You know?
Yeah. Beautiful pictures. I love
Thank
those
you, man.
pictures, man. But yeah, shout out to
Reina Photography.
Raina Photography.
Yeah, we'll
And
put
we'll
it
be-
on the link
And we'll be bringing her in the show.
eventually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
eventually.
Yeah.
Right now, there's a lot of things going on with the kids and
Yeah. Trying to settle down.
mother first, right?
Mother first.
Yep.
Parents first. You know.
Of course, your kids. Yep.
But yeah, man, it was fun.
It was fun, man. I had a blast.
Yeah. All right, guys. So, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time on the next episode.
Yeah, man. Thank you guys for watching. God bless. And yeah, see you for episode 4. So
All right.
stay tuned for that.
Stay blessed.
Blessings.
Peace.
Peace.